Yes, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to a brand new episode of
Lead Now.
I mean, we gotta get the crowd in. We gotta get the crowd in.
Lead now.
It feels like we're
not lead yesterday, not lead tomorrow.
Right
lead now. Yes.
And to everyone that's watching, of course, in case you don't know, this amazing show is all about highlighting significant aspects around the concept of leadership. And in this series, of course, we'll be covering the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by Dr. John C. Maxwell. And I think he also deserves a round of applause, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, I go by the name of Rendani Tshivhula, a.k.a. Rendi, your number one MC. And I'm joined by...
Anton.
Fenter.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anton Fenter. No, it's good enough.
I like it.
That's my jingle. I am Anton Fenter.
But last time, you actually had another line. I forgot.
No.
We'll bring it back.
No. Maybe one day we'll get there. Yeah.
But jumping straight onto it, today is leadership law number 7, the law of respect. So, Anton, let's not waste any time. What is the law of respect about?
I honestly don't know.
I mean, respect.
Did you read the book?
I've got a Bible that covers the laws. So I have the information with me.
I've read the book. I know what the law of respect is about.
For people who don't know.
Okay.
For people who don't know.
What do you think is it about?
I think it's about, obviously, fundamentally respecting each other.
Yeah. And
giving respect in order to get it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, for me, respect is what society, working society is built on. So if you look back in history, those times where things have gone well in countries is where people have been living with respect and where they followed a leader that is respectful. And those times where things have been going bad is when we have been treating people with disrespect, with a lack of respect. So the law of respect in a leadership context basically said that you will always follow a leader that you respect. So if you have a leader that's walking in front of you and you don't have enough respect for that guy, then you're not as likely to follow him.
100%.
Okay, I can fully identify with that in my life.
Yes.
I've seen so many leaders in my life in different areas of society, and the ones that you really respect are the ones that you follow and that you want to follow.
Okay.
You know?
It's true,
and when you have a guy sometimes you have a guy in a leadership position and he has done something that causes you to lose your respect for him. Then it's very hard to take that guy seriously. You know, we've seen it with some political leaders. Right. But the thing is about respect, when it comes to respect, I must respect all people, regardless of whether they earn my respect or not. So what I try to do, I don't always get it right, is I will continue to be civil with people even if I don't respect them anymore. So I might not respect you, but I still treat you with respect. You hear that?
I hear that.
No, don't worry, I respect you.
But while we're there, you know, I believe you can't give what you don't have. So how does respect for myself affect the leadership of others?
That's where it begins, man. Let me give you these 5 levels of respect.
Okay.
So the first level of respect is respect for myself. I must have self-respect before I can lead other people. I need to lead my own life before I can lead others. That's the principle. You know, so if I want to show respect to others, I first have to respect who I am. So I got to get to know this guy. I got to love him. I got to walk a journey with him. I must be comfortable in this skin. You know, and I must respect this person. And I got to show respect for this person if I expect someone else to respect me. You know, when I speak to the kids, I often ask them, you know, are there anyone here that do not want to be respected? And you never get anyone like that.
Obviously.
Every single person on the planet wants to be respected. But if you want to be respected, you must respect yourself first.
Come on.
That's where it starts.
Yeah,
no,
you
man.
can't give what you don't have.
Yes, exactly.
It starts with you.
I must respect, and I've got to show myself respect by the way I conduct myself, by the way I treat myself, by the way I speak to myself. You know, that's where it starts. Second level of respect is respect for the people around me.
Come on.
Okay, so I must respect the people that I am in contact with. That's the second, and I show that by the way I treat them. So that is how I show my respect. So if I am doing things that you experience as disrespectful, then obviously it is disrespectful because I'm not respecting you.
I agree.
You know, so if I'm being rude or I'm being dishonest or I am just being mean or I swear in your presence or I do things that you feel this is not nice, then I'm not showing my respect for you.
Okay.
Third level of respect is respect for authority, and that is where a lot of us come short because we don't respect the authorities in our life. You know, the government has been placed there by God. Every single government, it's a God-appointed institution. Okay, our job is to respect that government, whether we voted for them or not,
Yeah.
whether we like them or not, whether we think they're rubbish or not.
Yeah.
I still got to respect
So
them.
respect
They're
them.
authorities in my life. Children growing up, your parents are authorities in your life. People at work, your bosses are authorities in your life. You got to respect them.
Yeah.
And you got to make the most of your situation inside that situation. Fourth level is respect for your environment. You are at a place in this world for a specific reason.
Yes.
You got to respect where you are and what you are doing at this specific place. When I take kids out onto the farms, I say to them, we're going to go to a beautiful farm. You're going to respect that environment. Okay, you're going to look after that farm.
Okay.
And that's what we all got to do. So wherever you are in your life, even if it's just at home, if it's at work, you respect your environment.
Come on.
And the final level of respect,
Okay.
respect for God. Because He is the master and the creator of everything.
Yeah.
And we got to show our respect for God because the things in place, it's been placed there by Him.
I love that. Without even wasting any time. When we speak respect, some people tend to think you can force it upon people.
Yeah.
No? Have you encountered such a
Yeah.
situation?
Yeah, some guys think I must get respect just because of my position. So now suddenly I'm the boss of the company, so now you must treat me with respect.
Authority. That's the thing. Authority.
Yeah.
But now, how does my respect for others affect my interaction with the surrounding world we live in?
It has a direct impact. Just as we speak about respect, you can also speak about disrespect. So if we look at back at history, then you will see whenever there was a lack of respect amongst people, then we had problems in this world. So let's talk about racism. Okay, racism in South Africa. We've got a very negative history in South Africa due to a systematic. Now, what do we call it? Systemic racism.
Yes.
So I would say there was a system in place whereby inequality was enforced. That's a system of apartheid.
Yeah.
So if we look at apartheid and we look at what that forced, that literally forced inequality between people, and that forced a lack of respect, and that is what the root of racism is. So I honestly believe that if we don't respect each other, then something happens, something negative. And racism is the end result of that lack of respect. So for me, the best way I can attack racism in this country is by getting people to have open conversations, by getting them to know each other, to understand each other, and to develop respect for each other.
Yeah.
So that is what we do on the camps, that we do at the School of Leadership. So we take kids together from different racial backgrounds, different racial groups, and we let them experience things together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in that week where I'm doing stuff with you, I learn about you.
Yeah.
I get to know you. I get to understand why you do what you do.
Yes.
And as that happens, we start respecting each other.
Come on.
So on these camps, I often find that some of the schools I work with are very privileged, and some of the schools I work with do not have a lot of resources. So I've seen so many times, I take kids from the townships on an event, and then these kids, on the desert walk things, the things we do, that stuff, yes, they excel. And the other kids who are from more privileged backgrounds, they look at these guys and go, right, on that walk. So let's say now you got a walk of 30 kilometers. Right, then you will see these boys from less privileged backgrounds. They motor on the walk. Why? Because they do it every day of their lives. They live in areas where this is normal. So it's not out of their comfort zone. Whereas the rich kid, if I can call it that, the kid from a privileged background, they don't walk as much. Now they're out there, they're busy dying, and these guys are just going. And I actually thought I was better than this person. You're not. Right.
Yeah.
So that is the thing. So racism, I believe, is a result of a lack of understanding and a lack of knowledge. So when we get to know each other, we can address this evil.
Yeah, and it's easier to respect someone when you get to know them,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So now Dr. John C. Maxwell mentions that with regards to the law of respect, that we tend to automatically follow leaders who are stronger than ourselves. Have you ever experienced that, and how is it in line with the leadership law of respect?
We experience it regularly, Randy, especially when you have positional leaders. So sometimes you get guys, they're in a position. So now I'm supposed to be the leader because I'm the boss, because I occupy this position. And then in the organization, when we spoke about the law of Irrefutable, we mentioned this. You have other guys who are actually stronger leaders than these guys. And what you will find is you will actually find the stronger leader, even though he's not in a position, is the guy that gets followed.
Come on.
The movie Gladiator, one of my favorite movies.
My favorite movie.
Anyway, so here you have General Maximus, right?
Yeah.
And he's now a gladiator, and he is fighting
Yeah.
as a gladiator in the circus. So he is effectively a slave at that point in time. And now in the movie, during the course of the movie, he ends up fighting the emperor,
Yes.
which is what he was living for, was to
Yeah.
fighting that guy. But at that point in time, the Romans, the spectators, on whose side are they on? Maximus. They are not on the emperor's side anymore.
Yeah.
Why? Because Maximus is the guy that inspired them, and they actually were willing to follow him. So if they had to choose between those two as a leader, they would have chosen Maximus.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So when we have a choice with regards to leadership, we automatically tend to follow the person that we believe is the stronger leader. A while back, I went on a hike. Now, I am the flippin' expert.
Come on.
Okay, I'm the leadership expert. I'm supposed to be leading the hike. Now I'm leading this hike.
Yeah.
And there's this other boy who's one of the pupils.
Yeah.
And he decides not to walk behind me. He finds his own path here. And you know what's interesting? After a while, everyone's walking behind him and no one's behind me. When I saw this, I realized, okay, this is like the real leader. So these guys in the school are finding this guy to be their leader. They trust him and they walk willingly behind him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
powerful.
that is how it works.
Yeah. And I mean, you can clearly see it's a reflection of respect.
Yes.
Automatic following is a reflection of respect.
Yes.
But I've always wanted to say this, since you mentioned Gladiator. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? I've been waiting for that. I'm sorry. I had to put it in. But to summarize our show for today, any key significant message along the lines of the leadership law of respect that you want to send out to our audience?
You know, you've gone through the Red Blazer program.
Yeah.
What's law number 1?
The first law.
The first law.
I'm going to say influence.
No. Law number 1.
Leadership law of respect.
Ria.
Respect,
You remember Ria?
integrity, accountability.
Yes. So respect falls first.
Yes.
Okay, and that's something I use when I coach my boys. I say to them, go and teach these guys to respect you. You go onto this rugby field now. When we walk off, they got to respect you. They don't have respect for you now.
Yeah.
So go and teach them respect.
Yeah.
Right. So I will deal with you in such a way that when we are done here, you're going to respect me, boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, guys, about respect. Respect is a seed. The only way I can get people to respect me is if I respect them first. I have to treat people with respect. So when that has happened in my career on a few occasions where I lost my cool with a person, I stopped treating that person with respect, and I was nasty to that person. You know, those occasions where that happened are the times where I lost my relationship with that person, where I lost that link that we formed. So respect forms the basis of that relationship.
Yeah.
And if I want to be respected, I have to give respect. So I must respect people.
Yes.
And then people will respect me.
Come on.
That is how it works.
It's as simple as that.
It is as simple as that.
And in closing from my side, I think, respect is not expensive. It's not cheap. It's actually absolutely free.
Yes.
It starts with a good heart, So just keep on reminding yourself that however you want to be treated should be a reflection of how you treat others. And I think that's a fantastic way to wrap it up. On our side, just a reminder, a big shout out to Dr. John C. Maxwell for the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Thank you so much for such great content. And a big shout out to Anton Fenta, man, doing a great job teaching us. He's my guru. He's my leadership guru. That's why I have respect for him. I hope you saw how I slid that in there. So until we do it again,
cheers to Randy, your number 1 MC. 1, 2, 3. Lead now. Boom.
Come on.
We've hoped you've enjoyed this episode of Lead Now, proudly brought to you by the School of Leadership Africa. Please remember to follow us on our social media. You can find us on Facebook at the School of Leadership and also on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at SoulAfrica_ZA. Thanks for tuning in.